every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
Welcome, everyone. You are watching Intel Presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte. I'm CCV, joined alongside Aggressive. Aggressive, we have today's second lower bracket best of three. We got done with Global Esports up against Team Exploit. Now we have FALLEN5 from the side of Philippines and FS Esports from India, and they will be facing off against each other as well. And one of these teams, well, their journey comes to an end in the Challenger Series today, while the other will move on into the lower bracket finals, into lower brackets, and possibly the finals as well. So, Graciev, having a look at the matchups, let's have a look at them. Seeing how today went, what are your expectations for this 5 p.m. game?
It's going to be an interesting one in general because when you consider FS and their run against Alter Ego, it was a pretty rough one, but at the same time, FS, they put up an admirable fight, to say the very least. But now when you consider the side of FALLEN5 being the one to go up against them, it's FS versus F5. Now, I have a feeling that FALLEN5, they have a good chance of trying to take it away from FS, but at the same time, it's not going to be as simple as you would think. Because I believe both of these teams, they are very similar when it comes down to their playstyles and the way they approach a lot of the different fights and the different sidelines, but it could be a lot more difficult moving on down the line as well here. As you can see from the statistics being shown on board your screen, these guys, they have the stats to prove it. They have the stats to back it up, and the headshot percentages are quite high as well. 21, 20, and 34. It's nothing to scoff at because they are getting the kills and they're making a lot of impact on the server. But against FS, a team that is very, very aggressive, and when they have a player like Cactus on their side, yeah, FALLEN5, they have their work cut out for them.
FALLEN5 certainly, they've got to make sure that right now they keep everything under control. And here we can have a look at the FS Esports roster as well. Dominic Cortez, B2 as well with his Raze plays or his Reyna plays that we can see from time to time. Moving on towards the right side, we've got Edgeshot, Kohli, Cactus, and yeah, Cactus as well. 34 kills right now, being mashed up alongside Cortez and his performance. So yeah, these guys, they can deal damage. They have dealt damage in the upper brackets so far to Alter Ego, albeit it wasn't enough to lend them the entire BO3, but still, they prodded their way through Alter Ego and won that single map. And right now we can see, we can go over to the head-to-head as well of both these teams, and yeah, it is going to be Cortez up against Yoshi. And at the moment, Cortez does lead the charts if you look at it from a statistical point of view. But as soon as all 10 of these players, and more specifically both of these two players, drop into the server for what I believe are going to be 3 absolutely different maps, then the story can change extremely quickly.
When you consider how both of these teams are going to be playing up against each other, moving on down the line, Yoshi versus Cortez will be one of the matchups that we have our eyes on the most in compared to any other. Another thing is that Cortez and his performances throughout the entire tournament as of now, he's been very admirable. Initially, when we saw Cortez in our other tournaments, he wasn't really performing as much. He was having a pretty rough time of his own, but he has finally settled in, and he is now in that position to bring in a lot of pain and bring in a lot of effort towards the side of FS. But as we do head on down over towards the map video screen, that is where the main importance is going to lie upon. First initial map being Ascent. It's very puggish, and I think that both of these teams will be really happy about the fact that it's a really puggish map for them, because they both rely on very aggressive playstyles and they both like to rely on their aim, and Ascent should facilitate that beautifully.
I would agree with that, and I think the happier team will be FS Esports because they got to choose the map of Ascent. They had the choice and they chose it, and for a very specific reason is that FS Esports, at least on Ascent, they've had a great performances. When they played that BO3 yesterday against the side of Alter Ego, it wasn't. I mean, the entire BO3 was quite rough, like we mentioned. However, it was the map of Ascent where FS ended up taking the win 13-10. As for the side of FALLEN5, though their playstyle looks nice. We haven't seen them play Ascent anytime before. As a matter of fact, right now will be the first time we'll be seeing them play Ascent. So let's jump into the agent selection screen as well. And let's have a look at the agents that will be chosen as we see the roster of F5, play this map. And that's what makes me think that Ascent may go the way of FS Esports, but then Icebox will be the other way around, because yet again, FS, they just didn't have a good showing on Icebox, unlike their opponents FALLEN5.
Looking at Ascend and the agent selections being taken on, I think we already know what the agent selection is going to look like. Double initiator from both sides. It's just a better composition to play. You don't really want to stray away from that as much if you're able to play the double initiator beautifully. But the thing is, Cortez, he's much more of the duelist player. And will he be the one to pick up a Sky? Now that's a real question, because either Cactus goes in for the Jet or he goes in for a Killjoy, and B2's there as well, so I don't know. The side of FS, yeah, they're going to be going in for a double duelist composition, as I expected. There was no opportunity for them to just not pick up a double duelist here. Ascent is a map where the double duelist is very, very potent if you're able to play your cards properly, and if you know for a fact that your opponents are not able to use their utility as properly to completely shut you down. This is where the double duelist composition can shine, but you are relying on a lot of mistakes to happen from the side of F5. If they're not able to use their utility proper, if they're not able to put a full stop to a lot of the different pushes being done by FS, then they're just going to crumble and fall apart. But if the utility usage is perfect, if the gravity well is put in quick succession with, let's say, a Sky Flash or even a Sova Shock Dart, then you immediately just take full control of that different avenue. You get the kill, you get that chip damage that you need, and you send a message to the side of your opposition that your double duelist composition is not going to work. You need to get a lot more creative. Then the side of FS will start making a lot more mistakes. They will start snowballing down into a ditch pretty much, because when you start overthinking, especially with a double duelist composition, it's never going to work out for you. So FS, they need to find a flow really early in the matchup, send that first initial hit to Fallen, and then they're going to be able to take this entire map away. Ascent's going to start up. We're going to be jumping straight into the matchup, and this is where I'm really excited to see FS just turn it all around, because FALLEN5, compositionally, they have the advantage, but with the aim duels coming on play as well, I don't know who I'm rooting for.
That's true, and if there's one man who can set that early flow for FS, especially in the pistol round, I trust B2 to do that. This man on the arena, especially on the pistols, yeah, he is deadly. I think right now as well, he's got the ghost in his hands. So yeah, the amount of 4Ks we have seen from him on this very map is way too much to count. JEE, he takes the engagement, and what did I say about B2? Already going off, getting the initial kill, as we're seeing the rest of the members of FS fall through, and FALLEN5 have taken notice of this. They have gone back towards garage. Rotations, reinforcements, those are happening. However, no one is in the bomb site, and this allows the members of FS to brute force their way in, flood the bomb site, plant the spike, and convert this into a 4 versus 4 post round, which will be happening soon enough. 4 versus 3 though. Skaptus gets a cheeky little kill, and the spike is yet to be planted. However, the members of FALLEN5, they are trying their best to get kills, but B2 yet again with one. Yoshi finally calms him down and eradicates him from this round.
I feel bad for Dominic. Dominic's just like literally standing turret here. He does die out, sending him down over to a 2 versus 2 situation, and the spike has not been planted. Oh god, this is really bad already.
30 seconds left.
Dominic did get disconnected, sending it back down to onto a 2 versus 2 instead of the 3 versus 2 that they had. They had the full site control, but they need to give it up, knowing that they cannot take this win with one person still down in the ditches. Another chance for the side of F5 to go in for a possibility of a retake. That's going for the first initial flash, but Cactus is just so good when it comes down to his one taps. Sends the side of Yoshi straight down over onto the second dimension. And now let's just see exactly how they're going to be playing this one out. First initial fight was clean. FS, they take the first round, but it was a little bit dicey, but I'm just going to say I'm chopping it off towards the side of Dominic, going in for a full-on disconnect.
Could have been that. Yeah, unfortunate for right there for the side of FALLEN5, but a good execute from FS. And that was the thing that right now, as soon as they got the initial kill, then FS, their mentality changed from holding the site to playing the retake. And they tried to play the retake. There was a lot of counter aggression from there. As soon as all, 3 or 4 of the members were at the outskirts of the bomb site, towards garden, towards a heaven, they were peeking. The flashes were going through, shock dots were happening as well, but it still wasn't enough. And FS just casually went on over, rotated to the B bomb site, planted the spike, and played that post plant in great positions, with Cactus getting the kill and Kohli holding the crossfire.
They knew what they really needed to do there. Positions were good, and they were systematically able to take every single gunfight. And another thing I really do have to say is that FS, seeing them in this brand new light, just brings in a different level of a competitive nature to the entirety of our South Asian scene in general. Because think of it like this, here, CCV. The way that FS are playing and how much they have grown, they've recently gotten a new coach. And after they've gotten a new coach, the team has completely transformed. Does it look like they're the old roster anymore? Oh, hell no. This roster feels so good on paper. They have the possibility of breaking into that tier 2 scene really well. They're at somewhere around the bottom end. Now they're climbing up slowly, but they could easily be that number 1 tier 2 team and then possibly break into the tier 1, being able to take down all of these other squads here if they're able to prove themselves in the Esports Challenger Series. Now, that's the thing. You need to prove yourself right here and right now. Any form of a mistake that you make will cost you a lot. You got the first initial piss round, that's fine. But if you get overly aggressive here on the anti-eco, if you lose out on your weaponry and you don't establish a proper economic lead early, then you're just going to start falling apart.
Right, and there is one, my favorite anti-economic gun, the Vandal that B2 has got, and surely FALLEN5 must be aware about this. FS Esports, in all the wards that they have had recently, this is the one play they go for. Meanwhile, Kohli, he's going for a big play. He may be able to spot both these members. He spots one, or he kills one, and he gets the second, but not before Yoshi can drop that Spectre, although it will be retrieved. And now Kakarot moves over. Kakarot on the jet, very interesting. He's a pretty versatile player. There have been many instances where we have seen him play the KO as an initiator, and possibly we may be seeing that later on in this BO3 as well. For now, he'll be sticking to the flying agent who has got the Marshal, and Kakarot has got to fly his way through this round or fly away and not take the fight against FS. He will be choosing to not back off, just hold the fire, and Cactus has spotted him. Cactus tags him a little bit. Now we are seeing the spike being planted from FS. Headhunter, as the Sova, always the Sova, being left all alone with the Classic. He can retrieve that Marshal. He can do something with it, but the chances of a survival are highly unlikely.
Yeah, Kohli, he's going to be the one to just shoot that final bullet into his head to send him back home. Heartbreaking loss, but at the same time, it's fine. It's a 0-2. You lost out on the piss round. It's an anti-eco. What do you freaking do? Now is where the real fun begins. You're on that buy round. Now is where you need to start setting up yourself properly. FS, they've already made their statement. Now it's your turn to go in for a comeback punch. How do you want to play this? You have a lot of utility. You're waiting for FS to make the first initial mistake. You're waiting for them to give out information. And that's exactly what they're doing. You just need to use your utility in proper conjunction to stop that push immediately before it snowballs out of control. You don't need to get a kill. If you just discourage them to go in for a push, then immediately the round just turns in your favor with a snap of a finger.
Yeah, now can they stop the push? The members of FS, the members of FALLEN5. Meanwhile, FS, they are pushing through, and they do get the opening kill, and the second falls in their favor.
Where's the utility?
In gunfight, he had the jet, he didn't have the support. Yeah, utility usage, he just face checked that corner and lost his life. So yet again, this is not looking like an optimal scenario for FALLEN5 at all. They have lost 4 members now, with Headhunter being added to the list as Cactus gets a triple, and this is supposed to be their full buy. Not only does this mean that FS get a 3rd consecutive round, but all the rifles that have been dropped are going to be snatched away by the attackers, as Blast is looking to snatch away at least 1 life. Escort is going to let him. Blast, he does get tagged a significant amount, but he still gets the kill. The only problem is, now everyone in the server knows about him and they are hunting him down. They are actually going to his position towards market, looking to get the kill onto him. Kohli is entering from defender side at spawn. He may spot him. And there's Dominic as well. Cactus Blast has a lot of angles to check. He wins one gunfight. And now Kohli's right behind him, and Kohli will finish things off. So 2 casualties for FS Esports for the price of 1, but I don't think they'll mind too much considering the amount of guns they got out of this.
Yeah, they pretty much put the entirety of F5 down into the ditches, so it's just about relaxing, it's just about chilling. They don't have anything to worry about here, and now that it's on the 0-3 scoreline, things are gonna get a lot more interesting. You are now given that choice. Okay, how do you want to play this eco? You either could go in for a full-on rush down through from the side of mid, get as many kills as you possibly can, deal that damage, and just put this round behind you. Or you could play it slow and systematic with a Marshal in your hand, and that Marshal needs to be the main saving grace for your entire squad. This is why the Marshal is such a strong weapon compared to a Sheriff. Because with a Sheriff, yes, you're going to be good at those close proximity fights, but it's a lot more harder to get a lot of value out of it. But for now, going on down over to this eco round, if those Sheriffs are able to sing, it's just going to be so good for them, but it's just not gonna happen, not just yet. But G is gonna be the one to take down B2, but Dominic and Cactus can beat him. He answer back with 2 more. Vortex is gonna be the one to shut down Yoshi. In full control of the side. FS, they're just gonna chill, they're just gonna body.
And well, yeah, again, 2 casualties, they're going to chill, vibe, and just overall have a good time, because this round was better in terms of the utility usage from the members of FALLEN5. I really like the gravity well, but then again came the count of FS Esports, the nanostorms, and then them just flooding the bomb site, and there was not a lot the defenders could do about it, because again there was the big disparity in the guns. You had upgraded pistols against rifles. Now the situation has changed. Now the side of FALLEN5, they can afford another full buy, they can go for those plays, they just have to focus on their utility and how they use it. We are going to be seeing recon bolts from both the Sovas go out, trying to get a bit of information towards the whereabouts of their opponent's side, and not a lot of info being garnered at the moment. So yeah, both the teams still playing extremely cautiously, looking to find as many of the opponents early on as possible without taking those gunfights, and then they have to make a decision whether they want to follow through on those gunfights or not.
Enemy tagged.
They're pretty much torn in between of exactly what they really want to do here, but it's alright. FS, finally, they've been put to a stop for just a little while, but not for too long. Good spray, and B2 gets caught out. Nice timing from the side of G. He had that internal clock ticking down to the perfect moment. And as soon as the clock hit 12, he struck his gun, and that Vandal was able to reign supreme. 0-4. Shock darts are going to be good as well from the other side of Kohli. He's trying to get as much damage as he possibly can. Good chip, but now it's all up to Cortez. Cortez! He walks out and Cactus, he misses the shot! And Cortez gets away with the kill!
Swarm grenade out.
Poor old Kakarot, he was just not ready for that.
Oh, yes, right now again the dive agent. Oh, this is why Valorant theory is amazing. This is why I absolutely love dive agents, and just Cactus delivering on them with that updraft whirlwind and then the kill. I'll explain it more later, because right now Cactus has a bigger mission to go through the smoke and catch someone off guard. That's exactly what he does. Headhunter, now all alone. He gets 1 frag, and I don't think FS Esports will be hunting him down. They'll just be exiting as soon as possible, and then they'll be trying not to die. But the reason I love that play from Cactus, it is so simple. I always, whenever I see a play like this, I always, use the term Valorant theory, and it is. The dive agent, simplest form of entry fragger. You dash away into the bomb site, you create a large amount of space, and then the defenders have a choice to make. Either with their crosshairs, they follow you and trying to get a kill on you, or they focus on the other attackers pushing through with their executions, with their flashes and stuff. In this case, it was a perfect example of that. The Killjoy first noticed the Jet, tried to kill the Jet, but then went back and was looking at the other attackers, and in the meantime Cactus got the drop onto her. So in the instant replay as well, it was a good defense early on from FS Esports with the kills that they were getting, and with the slight man advantage that they had. But after it was equalized, you then had the pushes from Cactus, and then as soon as he got his hands into the bomb site, he got another kill onto Yoshi, and the round was over.
It's just the way that FS are playing, they have so much more control. And Kakarot, he just fell asleep on that corner and got caught with his pants down. There's nothing that you can say about that. Poor old Fallen. Like, their entire squad, they're just breaking apart because of one mistake over and over again. They need to be prepared for a lot of these aggressive pushes because this is how FS like to play. This is why they're playing a double duelist composition. They're making their aim the center point of their entire fight. And that's exactly how they're getting away with so much. B2's going in for a push through the smoke. Dominic's gonna be the one to take down Headhunter, Jet for Tat, they say. And now they have the control, they have the site for themselves, and this Killjoy lockdown's not gonna be able to do anything. They invested a lockdown on an eco round. What was this for exactly?
Well, they can still take the guns of FS, but just because of the fact that it's a post-plant scenario and FS will go through with the Cosmic Byte means that yeah, it is still going to be difficult for FALLEN5. The armor is a big difference right now, full armor versus half armor. And the crossfire is also being maintained. We do have Dominic from Boathouse. Cactus gets one. And now there goes the spam fire as well. Cactus may be good for another. He hasn't lost a single bit of his health point. He will get one more. And Dominic finishes things off. So there was a heavy investment from FALLEN5 right there. But FS, they just went through it extremely easily. They dealt with it. And then obviously had B2 spam firing through the smoke. He got detained. He got killed. But he got what he wanted.
I love the fact that Kakarot in the background tried to knife through the wall on the other side. I heard the knife sound hitting the Radianite crate. I know what you were planning to do. But yeah, sometimes you gotta check the wall with the knife. It's one of the better ways to do it. But for now, at least, as you can already see, on this 0-6 scoreline, it's not looking that good for them. Kakarot tried to go in for that shot. It's not gonna be able to find that head. But Cactus on the other end gets much more information on his own accord, knows for a fact an operator has finally been picked up, and Fallen, now it's their chance to try and bring this one back for themselves. Kakarot goes in for that first initial kill, finds it on the Cortez, and now without that Killjoy, their flanks, they look a lot more vulnerable.
And right now, yet again, we have the dive push. Cactus goes into the bomb site. He spots the person below heaven. He relays that information to his teammates. However, you do have Blast, who was speaking early on, and Kakarot with the operator, now with the blaze storm, peeking wide and getting the headshot onto B2. This man is going absolutely nuts, and Dominic puts an end to that as he is pushing through. However, there was JEEE behind him, and FALLEN5 win their first round. Yet again, FS Esports, they went for the brute force method. They just came and just entered into the bomb site, hoping they could get into good positions, but it just wasn't their time. They didn't get a single kill early on, and there were still members of FALLEN5 waiting for them, and that was their main undoing of FS. Because they were already of all 5 members on the defensive side on board, and they were holding these angles, especially Kakarot with the orb, it just meant that FS Esports couldn't really do much against them, and majority of their players ended up losing their life one way or another.
Standing ahead.
A rough one for them, but for now at least, let's just see what we can expect here. Push out. Yoshi's gonna be the one to get a little bit of information through the use of one. Cortez! Yeah, I sometimes understand the outward put cause a lot of issues, but Kakarot just peeks out. Casual swing and gets a kill onto Kohli. Kohli's gonna be mad about that, but honestly speaking, none of the members of FS could have done anything about that one.
Yeah. Now, for FS, their next plan is to just drop and roll forward, look forward to what's next. But even what they are planning with, how the spike can move over to A shot, they still haven't found a single kill. And this can be the undoing of FALLEN5 yet again. Use your double duelist com to get early frags and then execute. Utility isn't their strong suit as right now. Kakarot, he uses the updraft. He missed his shot. So it's lucky for him that he goes out of it alive. But FS members are still starting to apply pressure. 35 seconds remaining, so the pressure has to be amplified and even more. But it looks like the pressure is going to be falling onto the shoulders of the members of FS only, as Cactus does get the first kill. But with 20 seconds on the clock, the spike is going to go from Market on towards the B bomb side. But there are already 2 defenders waiting for it.
Locking sight. Placing
No.
swarm grenade.
It's their turn to take the proper control.
10 seconds.
FS, they have the control, but no! They start dropping like flies in a matter of seconds. Rushing into the site over and over again just cannot work every single time. At one stage, your opponents are going to start adapting, and once they are going to be the team that has a lot more control. And even though FS, they got the kills, they brought it all back down to a bare minimum position, but the crossfire setups, they were just way better. They tried to take it slow, but when they did try to take it slow FS, they started taking angles one by one without any form of information or without the use of utility. That's questionable. And that's not how you're going to be able to get away with any of that.
Extremely questionable, true. And yeah, that's the thing, that FS Esports, they've got to have a change in their strategy. It worked for the initial 6 rounds. They tried a couple of different things. But yet again, let's see their strategy right now. We are seeing the Trailblazer go out onto, sorry, not the Trailblazer, the Sova drone go out from A main, collecting information, and it allows Cactus to push up already towards A main. But now only with the Cloudburst, they are waiting for some other of the defensive utility or the attacking utility to allow them to execute, because look at JEE, he spots the head of one of the players. And FS, are they planning a naked execute yet again, where they just push through? They don't have a flash with the exception of Reina, but those flashes can be destroyed, and that is the thing. FALLEN5 are ready for this. They have 3 members watching A main, and there is not a single member from FS on towards A shot as well. They are preparing for a fake. As a matter of fact, it's not a fake anymore. It's going to be a full-on regrouping on towards the B bomb side, where they will only be facing off against Headhunter playing the Sova. But the retake can happen very soon. What FS should be focusing on right now is the execution.
30 seconds left. Placing swamp grenade.
He has the nano swarms and they're going in for a full scan to rush down towards the B side, but Headhunter through a smoke finds a no-one first initial kill down on a 1, but it's just not gonna be enough. Kakarot's still alive. He's gonna be the one to take down Cactus with an immediate trade. 3 versus 3 situation on the map. 30 seconds left on the clock. Kakarot with an immediate flick on towards the face of Cortez, shuts him down almost immediately. But no, B2, no! What? B2! That was a miss and a half, and that was a heartbreaking loss for the side of FS. Kakarot, he can't believe it. You can see it in his eyes. He's like, what the hell just happened to me? He did not miss that shot. But in a way, he did.
No, you don't deserve.
And on another way, B2, just, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Happens.
We don't need to talk about it. We were all AFK.
Yeah. I was focusing on the time. I didn't even look at the crosshair. Do you have to do that in FPS shooters? I don't think so. At least I don't when I'm playing them. Is that a bad? Probably a bad. Okay. Alright, jokes aside. Enough of my terrible jokes. Coming back to the game, FALLEN5 are on the comeback streak. And now the thing is, they're looking very optimal to get, to get 3 more rounds consecutively and make this a 6-6, which is absolutely not what FS want. Considering they had a 6-0 lead, at the very least, they would like to maintain a small part of that lead heading on over into the next half. A 7-5 as well should be fine, but they need at least a single round out of these final 3. There is a problem, however. One of the players from the side of FALLEN5 has disconnected, so we are just waiting on him to come back and just reconnect back so we can resume the game. But yeah, internet issues happen day and night, can't do anything about them. Right now, FALLEN5 though, and this can be more than just internet issues. This can be the momentum taking a break, and this can be FS Esports still looking for a way to make a comeback, because this gives them enough time to talk with each other, and this gives them practically a free tactical timer to go on over what is going wrong and potentially to improve on all of that as well.
Another thing that this technical timeout does give them is the fact that, alright, what's gonna happen now? Think of it like this. It's ECB. The momentum that has been gained by the side of Fallen, full stop, they don't have it anymore. And that's by their own doing, not their fault, but, technical difficulties do happen. But now for FS, they are finally able to just take that breather, reset themselves once again, just as you said. Now, I want FS to change one thing primarily. Their attack strategies have been way too one-dimensional, and they are not playing for the basis of map control. Either they're going in for full-scale rushes, or they're trying to take fights one by one. I understand. You have the aim to do it. Cactus was on mid. He got a pick, but why was Cactus still there? Why was he still pushing up instead of using his utility to cause even more pressure? Or he could have just held that one specific sideline instead of pushing up until his teammates were already inside of the site and they had full side control established. That's the thing. Cactus wanted to go in for a fight, but he should also know that the rotations are coming on down through. They're making fundamental mistakes, and those fundamental mistakes are costing them over and over again. There is a little bit of a communication breakdown from all the members of the side of FS, but they can turn it around. They can bring it on back, and they need to do it quickly, because look at another thing here. Their buys, they don't exist anymore. Cactus, he has something to work with, but Oh my god, Cactus.
Ground.
Oh, that was the end. Kakarot, can he stay? He stays alive. Out of that, he stays alive. All right, he saves the operator. He gets a kill. There is no trade. Unfortunate for FS, they can't get the trade, and that means the op is still around. Not only the op, we also have the Sky holding down the fort towards mid. And yet again, FS have a decision to make. Where exactly do they push? What exact avenue do they have? We can see B2 all by himself on B main, but he still has to look for information. And alone as Arena, the only info you can get is by face checking things with your flash. And with Sova being out of the board as well, now how do you get info with Kakarot on your throats, on your necks, killing you left, right and center with any weapon he can
Player
find?
standing.
Fast kills from the side of Blast as well as soon as he takes the corner fight. 4 and 6, and this is the gameplay that we really wanted to see from the side of Fallen. This is how they really play, this is how they bring in the pain, and this is how they switch everything around for their side. But for now, at least, as we are here, FS versus FALLEN5, it's shaping up to be even closer than I expected. Initially, I thought that, okay, FS, as soon as they have that lead, as soon as they're able to establish the momentum, we have nothing to worry about, and it will be FALLEN5 being able to, not being able to take it at all. But FS, they're crumbling under the pressure, and they're falling into the loop of their composition once again. You know why I personally do not like this composition CCV? I've talked about this when other Southeast Asian teams also pick up the double duelist comp. Yes, it's a really strong composition, don't get me wrong, but you're relying on your aim so much that if your aim is not able to reign supreme and the utility usage is just better, you're not going to be able to find out much, and that's exactly what's happening. So much utility, they have full control, and the defenders at a Killjoy lockdown's gonna be forcing them into an even worse stitch.
One enemy remaining.
Yikes, the Hunter's Fury, the lockdown, the pick. Oh my god, that was just... That was a massacre right there. Dominic, look at the... I mean, look at his face tells the entire story. He knows there was no getting out of that corner. Both, you know, literally and metaphorically. He couldn't get out of there at all. And yeah, look at the gravity well, the nanostorm. This was utility usage. I'm not saying there wasn't utility being dumped and in the execution from FS, but when you compare it to what FALLEN5 had, that Hunter's Fury, they knew exactly where the Killjoy lockdown was going. They knew for a fact that the members of FS Esports, you know, Kohli did not have his Hunter's Fury, so they could freely use that lockdown. Then came, you know, Headhunters, ult, and just everything worked in synchronization, and FS will literally massacre. There's no other adjective I have, or well, a noun to describe what happened right there. That was just that. But actually a verb. Massacred is a verb. Or is it? Is it not? I don't...
It's a verb.
Okay, it is a verb. I speak for a living, believe it or not.
I speak for...
Hawk out.
Hey, you didn't get an A-star in English, so it's fine. Maybe you did, I don't know. But for now, at the bare minimum, what we do know is Cactus going in for a swing. Cactus scopes in, actually gets his second. Somehow Blast is not going to be able to find him out because he was caught in the middle of a reload. And Cactus, with his pure aggression, just catches 2 players off guard. And FS, with the element of surprise, they go in for a full-scale rush and they have the entire control, but someone is right behind them. Yoshi, he could be massive for his entire team. G swings out and gets a kill onto a tap dancing Kohli.
Player standing.
Right, and Yoshi now left all alone. So FS Esports, they do still... Oh, that's a nice headshot through the smoke. But what I was saying was FS, they still maintain the lead. After the end of the first half, they win the final round. It got very close. But yeah, this completely off guard, flooding the bomb site rush, 5-man rush with all of your utility dump works. But these kind of rushes only work like once, maybe twice a half. This worked because it was the final round of the first half. So you didn't really care about the ultimates. You didn't really care about utility or your economy. Everything was going to get reset except for the round count. And that was exactly what FS were playing for. And that is exactly what they still kind of sort of maintain, albeit not as strongly as they had it after round number 6. But still, a 2-round lead is a lead nonetheless. FALLEN5 on the other hand, They are all ready. Now they've got double initiator. They can play more on the basis of information. As Sova, you have the recon bolt, shock dart. As the Sky, you have the trailblazer as well. Plenty of things to get info about the whereabouts and visual real-time information about the whereabouts of FS members. And that is the big thing here. There's a difference between passive information and real-time information. As we see Kakarot diving into the bomb site, clearing out the angles. He spots one and he eliminates Dominic as the first casualty.
Good shot from B2, getting an immediate trade. They're going to be able to have that control. And the fact that they were the ones to take down Yoshi early means basically no more heal. And without that Sky heal, this pistol round's going to get a lot more difficult and a lot more deadly for them to take a proper foothold of. As well here, Cortez, he's on a massive lurk of his own. He's able to find a little bit of information, but he's not going to be able to find the forward positions just yet. Needs to go in for an immediate push. The clock timer is going to be ticking on down. Spots out Headhunter. One swing and a dream. And it's going to be Coley and Cortez on that flank. And with two players going on down through from the side of Heaven, they need the control. They need to find the skill. They need to find the fight. Positions have already been revealed. Take a swing. Take an engagement. Kakarot still holding for the back end of Generator. They have the side, but they're not going to be able to find the kills.
Oh my
Instead,
God.
it's going to be Blast with 3 from the side of Garden. No one checked Blast. He was just waiting there. He was chilling. Not a single player died inside of the site. How is that even possible?
From Heaven, it was no one Garden. People were face checking it, but Blast just absolutely blasted them with that right click of the classic. And that was the end. FALLEN5, you know, they take the pistol round on the shoulders of that Killjoy. Already, we saw on this very map, on the A bomb site, which was it? Yesterday, it was today only. Oh, you're right. It was Lightning Fast from Global Esports against Team Exploit, who got a 4K on the A bomb site. And right now, Blast got a 3K as well as the defender. So plenty of coincidences happening today, and yet another coincidence, just like the previous round. We have the side of Kakarot pushing through. He plays the dive roll, he dashes into the bomb site, and he'll be looking, well, the team will be looking to plant the spike. As FS, they know it's the eco round, they know they don't have the sharpest guns, but they'll still be looking to deal a bit of damage with them regardless.
Now it's Headhunter's turn to try and find another kill for himself. Poor old B2. He's not gonna check that corner, and it's fine. Just don't check it from time to time. Kakarot, he's gonna be able to find one more for himself. It's gonna be a flawless with G getting the final kill on towards Dominic. 7 and 7. Clean slates for both of the sides. Even Stevens is on the board, but at the same time, when it comes down to the terms of the eco and the buys, FS, they're not looking that good, but with the buy round now coming on down through, it's their chance to make things look a lot more better and to turn this entire thing around. I personally do believe that F5, now that they're on their attacking side, they feel a lot more in their element because of the confidence that they are showing. But I'm not going to say anything until I see them properly take the engagements and make their buy round count.
That is true. We have to see that. We have to wait for that. And the buy round is right here. I mean, for the side of FALLEN5, yeah, it is their bonus. You know, they didn't face a lot of the casualties, so they can still focus on essentially going for the regular plays. It is going to be more so down to FS Esports with their defense, trying to hold down the attackers as the attackers again flood into the bomb site, but it is a split push from Market and from B main, and they do take side control. However, the opening kill does go in favor of FS Esports with their rifle. So the spike, yeah, it's going to be planted. FS are not playing to deny the spike, they are playing for the retake. They have all of the reinforcements, all of the members on the outskirts of the bomb site waiting to flood in B, just like their opponents did earlier on in this round. And everyone's right here in prime positions just waiting, and FALLEN5, all they can do is wait as well. This is the calm before the storm, and in an instant, we can expect the defenders to start pushing in. They are taking their angles. They have their positions ready. They can start going into the bomb site. The utility is now going to be spent. FALLEN5, 4 members. They have to hold off this retake. No, Cortez, Cactus, both of them get one. The 2 attackers, they are there towards Boathouse. Can Headhunter do it? Oh, he gets one. Okay, they can. They can. All right.
If he got that kill on towards Coley, there was a chance they would have won this. But the fact that Coley wasn't the one to die and instead it was Dominic, proper use
Body
of that
shield.
meat shield, not body shield anymore.
Same thing.
You gotta use the chronological term just to make the person in front feel bad.
Chronologically.
It is true. Yeah,
It's
like
chronological, like a history kind of thing, like the chronological order of the World War II or
yes,
something.
exactly.
Ah,
Everyone
uh-huh.
calls the person who stands in front the main
Okay.
shield.
The chronological order, because we are chronologically, it's not a chronological order based on time, but rather
Yes.
based on the position of the humans. Got it. Does make sense now. But then again, I never got an A in English, so yeah.
It is fine. Don't really worry about it. But oh my god, that went really deep really quickly. But for now, hey, I think that we need a little bit of a calm before the storm. Both of these squads, they have slowed everything down here. And just as I say, both of these squads have slowed it down. Cortex is like, yo, aggressive! Look at me. I'm here on towards the side of B main, trying to take an engagement, but he does fall because of the double P coming on down through from FALLEN5. And this is another problem. FS, they wanted to switch up their strategies to try to be a little bit more aggressive, but FALLEN5, they read into that. They slowed themselves down, they waited for the push, and they were rewarded for it. And the fact that you lost out on your killjoy this early in a round just opens up your sight even further.
And yeah, yet again, now they have to rely on either the Astra and Dominic with his gravity wells, and then on, you know, the kills, or otherwise it's going to be Cactus in B2. We are going to see Astra and Nebulas going through. The gravity well is there, but Kakarot, he just dashes through them, and he gets the drop onto Dominic, but not before Dominic got one. We still have Kakarot with another headshot, and now he's got the operator. 13 seconds on the clock. FAC Esports, can they deny the spike? Oh, B2 is taking the gunfight. 7 seconds. The spike might as well be planted. There's nothing B2 can do about that. So it is another 2v3 retake. And Kakarot evades yet again by the skin of his teeth. Blast is going to fall and is going to just, you know, backstab from behind as Kakarot picks up the third. So yet again, this entry fragger does everything for his team.
This is such a rough one because it's 8-8, and FS, they're trying to just pick up the pieces that they're falling down. Cactus still hasn't been able to go in for a full-on operator buy. He's still looking to pick that one up for himself. But another thing is that look at the kills. FS, they're riding on Cactus's back. Kakarot has 19, but Blast has 17. Everyone else is supporting them. But for Cactus's side, B2, his performances have not been the greatest. He's having such a rough time and he's being shut down so heavily. And I personally do believe that Cactus, he's just not able to keep up. He doesn't know what else to do anymore.
If he falls, then yeah, FS can fall pretty rapidly with him. Right now, FALLEN5 though, oh, they're ready. They are going to do the FS way. They're going to go for the utility dump execute. The Killjoy lockdown is out. There's no ultimate on the side of FS Esports. This is the only ultimate in this very round. Cactus on 1 HP. Oh, we not noticed this before. But still with the Marshal, he gets a headshot before getting traded out. So FALLEN5, they do take side control for them, but at the cost of one of their members dying pretty early on. So it's going to be spike planted yet again. FS Esports, well, right now yet again they are preparing for their retake.
Oh god, Kakarot, that was a scary 1.5. He's gonna get a freebie for himself. Come on, just try and get this operator. He needs 1 kill, B2 if he finds this. This will be massive for him if he saves this operator for his buddy. That's all that they need, just 1. But Kakarot survives it. They're hunting him down. Kohli, he knows he needs to find this skill. He's gonna be the one to take down Kakarot. 1 more gun for the side of FS. That's gonna be massive for them. But Kohli, he wants to go in for a side take with his buddies. They want to go in for a possible retake here. But is the retake even worth it? Maybe if the 2 players just go in for it, you just need 1 more guarantee from this round. Kohli gets casually 1 tapped into the face by G with a beautiful flick and a half. The peak was good, positions are prime, and G, he knows what's up, but Dominic, he's gonna be even better. 1 tap 1, but he's not gonna be able to tap the second. And once again, FS, they had a choice to just save an operator, but they didn't go in for it.
Yeah, there was a chance, but it did not happen. FS, you know, they invested everything. And I guess there was a small little voice in the back of their heads telling them that, you know, it is a 2 versus 3. We can try and do that, but Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So right now, yeah, the lead taken by the side of Fallen 5, and I think this is one of the very few times they. I think this is the first time in the entire game, actually, or in the entire map that they have had the lead. So a pretty big milestone that they have achieved, and a pretty big check mark that they have made in their to-do list. Now, the next check mark, the next milestone is just, win the entire map. Because if we go on over to the next map of Icebox, there I can honestly see Fallen 5 already having an immense lead. So for the sake of FS, they need to win Ascent, and their opponents will win Icebox. I think the map veto, judging how the map veto went, my opinion was this is going to decide a map. Unless F5, Fallen 5, they can take the dub on Ascent, in which case a 2-0 does seem likely aggressive.
Yeah, 2-0 would be the best possible option for them, but it's not gonna be easy. Considering how Fallen 5 are playing and the fact that FS are able to answer back as well in quick succession, now that the gun round's back in their favor, they should be able to bring in the pain and they should be able to bring in the hurt. But Kakarot on this operator, he's been such a menace. Initially, he was not having that good of a time, but as soon as he picked up that operator, as soon as he got those first 2 initial frags, this man has been on a rampage. He's peeking corners like he doesn't give a damn about who you are. He doesn't care if you're Cactus. He doesn't care if you're Rossi. He doesn't care if you're Deathmaker. He doesn't even care if you're Juicy. Like, he doesn't know who you are. He's just gonna take a fight. He's gonna peek you and then he's gonna slap you down. That's exactly how he's playing, and that's how you should be as well whenever you are on that jet. Whenever you have that operator, you're the big man on the server, and if you ego peek most angles, you can actually get away with it if you're confident enough. Like, I sometimes say this as well, that the operator is one of the few weapons, if you have enough confidence in yourself, you're probably just going to be able to get away with pretty much anything. But that's the thing. Kakarot, there are multiple different fights where he should have been punished, but he got 3Ks, he got 4Ks, he got everything. And after you get something like that, FS, they're going to be scared. They're going to start overthinking things. They're not going to be able to hold their angles properly. Plus, you as a player who is on that operator, you're just going to have even more time and even more chances to just go on rampages before you get finally shut down by at least 1 player out of the 5. With so much riding on their back, and with Kakarot doing so much as well here, this is an easy chance for Fallen to get a strong lead and get those double digits on the board, because as soon as they get those double digits, FS, they're on the economic disadvantage. They need to go in for a save, basically giving away that 11th round. And if they give away the 11th, you know how much pressure falls upon them to just make sure they have that win under the bag. If match point rolls around, it's all over for FS.
Could be. Yeah, for the side of FS Esports as well. Match point couldn't just mean over for Ascend. I honestly think match point may as well mean over for BO3 and for the Intel Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte as well. Their journey may come to an end, because Icebox is not a happy and dreamy place like Ascend is. It is cold, filled with ice, filled with regret, especially for FS. They didn't have a good showing on this map previously. When they played against Alter Ego, they lost here 13-3. But so far on the map of Ascend, they haven't been losing too much. This is the first time they are at a round disadvantage, but they can bounce back from it. And they have invested every single bit of their credits heading into round number 18. We can see Kohli on the Odin as well, and Cactus has got the operator. So FS are going to give it their level best in this round, and aggressive, like you said. If they lose here, they might as well give their 11th.
Not looking that good for them now, is it? But I guess they can bring it on back and they can switch it up to be a little bit stronger, but for now at least, slow and steady wins the race. So 9-8. They cannot make these type of mistakes again. Dominic gets caught out by the Wolf, pushing himself down, but Cactus gets a freebie on towards the face of Headhunter. This is going to be good for them. Finally, they have that opportunity. Finally, they have that chance to cause the damage and then build the pressure upon them. Cactus gets his second, and with this second kill, they have everything under their bag. They have nothing to worry about.
Reyna killed.
Right. Oh, Yoshi, he finds one. Again, a perfect flash, a perfect guiding light from him. Allows that kill. And now we are on equal numbers. Cactus, he's going for the close quarter gunfight angle peek alongside Dominic. Yoshi on very little HP. He loses his life to Dominic himself and Blast. There's someone right next to him. And oh, he was in the middle of the reload. So Dominic Cortez, they finish things off. FS Esports, well, they can either say, oh, they can save the Odin and the Operator. Okay, so both the expensive guns will be saved. They took a healthy bit of damage. However, they still neutralize the score. That is the bigger thing. They don't lose out on that. And we can see the side of Fallen5. Well, now it's now yet again their side who will be a bit desperate because both of the teams now are fighting for double digits.
It's 9 and 9, and this is what I meant. A blow for a blow because of the way that FS have been playing. They have so much control, they have so much potency that they are not even sweating. They're sweating bullets out here. They know what they need to do, but mistakes are gonna cost them. The side of Fallen, they're not gonna be as happy as they would have wanted to be here, but for now at least, they're in good positions, they're in good hands. Going in for that plant. They have the site to themselves, but this 5 versus 5 retake, it's not looking good for Fallen at all. Look at the ultimates present on FS. They have everything other than the kitchen sink to throw at.
And right now, the Killjoy lockdown will be destroyed, so that is good. That doesn't force off the members of Fallen5 because honestly, it is their post-plant positions that may as well win it for them. There goes the Lear from B2 towards Garden, holding down those gunfights. There goes the Hunter Spirit from FS as well. Kohli is going ham with it, trying to find someone, and everyone is flooding into the bomb side. Dominic, B2 each get a kill. There is a bit of retaliation from Fallen5. However, they cannot tolerate it at all. Or maybe they can. No, Headhunter, they tried. Dominic, he has to defuse the spike. And yeah, like you mentioned, I do not think there is enough time. Or is there?
Do you know he would have... Dude. Do you know that he would have had enough time? He would have. But Dominic was confused where the spike was. He didn't know if the spike was on his right or on his left. That 1 second that he wasted could have been the make it or break it. That could have been the make it or break it.
Oh, that was... exactly, that was the... And now FS, that crucial round. I honestly think the retake could have worked out, but then there was Headhunter, where there was absolutely important double kill towards the end. Dominic got rid of him, but he couldn't quite get rid of the spike, and it blasted over everyone. Took out everyone's lives as if 9 members weren't already dead, and took out the 9th round for Fallen5 and replaced it with a double-digit 10, which will allow them, yet again, a slight boost of confidence. Their buy still isn't looking the best. FS Esports, they can afford guns because the previous round was fine for them. I mean, the last to last round was fine for them, but strategically, FS have got to realize a big thing right now. They invested everything into the previous round. Cosmic Divide, Killjoy Lockdown, Hunter's Fury, Blade Storm, everything and anything under the sun was gone, and that leaves FS Esports without a single ultimate to their name. Fallen5 still have 2, and they can use those 2 ults to win out this round, because if they win this one, then FS will be in a terrible position and they won't be able to make too big of a comeback.
It's not looking that good for them at all here. And if they want to turn things around, if they want to switch it out, and if they want to try and take out all the members of the side of F5, they need to try and facilitate a push where they are going to be the ones in control here. Because on the defensive side, they're losing so much more control, and even though the side takes are rushed in together as a squad, they're losing out on the trades primarily because of why? 2 players are focusing on one specific angle without clearing out the other. And Kohli, he's not going to be able to find a single kill. That's going to be so unfortunate for him. Just 1 would have been perfect. But now that he's able to find none, this 5 versus 5 retake, make it a 5 versus 3 retake, sorry. It's just going to be an even more difficult affair.
It will be. And right now you can see that, yeah, B2, he doesn't really have an option. He's got to peek through. I guess the members of FS are looking for exit frags, but then again, Fallen5 can fall back from B main. B2 opts. He gets 1 kill, but Kakarot takes that kill very quickly before being traded out. You now have Yoshi with the Phantom getting 1. And did he spot the Killjoy? He didn't. And Cortez gets the kill with the shorty. So still a good eco round from FS, I'm not going to lie. They got 3 kills. That's actually quite big. And that does allow them to be at a more neutral ground in the next round. So that feels better. But then again, Fallen5, they've got 11 on board. Another round here or there, and it will soon enough mean that they'll have match point.
Match point is right on the cards. It's 11 and 9. And there's a high chance that FS, they're just not going to be able to hold this. The way that F5 have been using their utility, they've been doing a really damn good job of facilitating everything that is being done by Kakarot. He doesn't even need to go into Ultra Instinct. He's already close to his peak performances already without having to pull a lot of the weight because his team is just setting him up beautifully for it. You can see the calls, you can see the timing. They're waiting for Kakarot to be the one to take a lead. They're giving him the info. They're feeding everything to him to make sure that he's able to find something for himself. But Cactus, he finally understands that he's going to be the one to show up the most. He's going to be the one to deal the damage, switch out the rounds, bring in the pain, bring in the hurt, and bring in the final round that they need to head on down over into match point and cause this FS to crumble.
Can be, and right now that's exactly what FALLEN5 are doing. You know, FS, they can't seem to crumble. Now they have equalized the score count. Cortez is just pushing through defender spawn, looking to find someone, pushing from mid, from the side of FALLEN5, but everyone is in on the bomb side, and yet again FALLEN5 are going to play this kind of like how they wanted to play A as well. Inside the bomb side, lock out the defenders, don't allow them entry in, and once it has turned into a post-plant scenario,
seconds left.
that's where your guns can shine, and that's where your positioning matters the most. Even if it's not down to your positions, you just have to waste the time. Time management and, well, time wasting is going to be the biggest factor leading into this post-plant scenario. Kakarot, he can't peek the angle. The Leo goes through. Kakarot gets a single. You know what? A kill is a kill. We do have the attacker-sided Killjoy lockdown from FALLEN5, pushing out the defenders even more. And now the Killjoy lockdown will go through. And, well, the lockdown doesn't even matter. Blast and Yoshi through the walls, they get kills. And Dominic, the person who was alive in the last retake, is still alive right now, but he can't do anything about it. FALLEN5 will get 12 rounds on board.
There's nothing that he can do here. It's just gone. Dominic running away, trying to save that operator. Last chance for Cactus to try and bring something around with this. It's rough. It really is.
Match point.
As he just stated, CCB, it's a 12-9. And if this goes on to a 13-9 scoreline, I think that we could just be looking at a 2-0 set.
It could be that. It could be that. And the thing right here is, yet again, I have to mention Icebox. I have to talk about Icebox and how it's not a good ground for FS to play on, especially against FALLEN5. Seeing how FALLEN5 as well, they took the win on Icebox, I believe against Boom Esports in the open qualifiers while they were playing for Southeast Asia here, the Challenger Series. And okay, Kohli, okay, he gets one kill with the Spectre, one with the Shock Dart, and another with the Spectre. In FALLEN5, what exactly has happened right here? FS Esports, they are not out of this. On the back of Kohli, this round was just sheerly won. Blast is holding the angle. We've got Cactus speaking as well. And Blast does get one kill. The operator will surely be retrieved. I would say that, yeah, fair enough for Blast. He can try and stay alive, but I don't think he'll be helping much. Just try and get kills right now. The operator's still down. He's going for kills, but now Kohli with a 4K in this round.
That was a really quick shot. Just spotted out the arm of Blast and just took him out in a couple of seconds. Good round from the side of FS to try and bring this one back. Smart play, took the mid control away, did not let Fallen gain any form of information or any form of real estate, and just immediately turned around with a snap of the finger. That's how you should do it. That's how you bring in the pain. That's how you bring in the hurt. But Fallen, they still have 2 more rounds to fall back on. They have nothing to worry about. Take it slow, take it steady. This is where you have the advantage. Your economy is going to be in shambles if you do not win out on this round. This is pretty much their last chance. Otherwise, they're going to be forced onto the final round of this entire thing with just a couple of Spectres and Sheriffs. Oh! Blast! No, Blast! That was a pre-fire! He just got a pre-fire on him!
Oh, Kohli still gets one. Okay, B2 with the second, and now we are still looking equal. Yeah, these teams, they are trading back and forth, back and forth. Every single kill leads to a trade. And yet again, oh my goodness, he missed his shots. J-Triple, don't tell me he gets a second. Don't tell me he gets a second. Dominic is looking for him. He goes with spam fire, and Dominic still gets him. It is a 1 versus 1 scenario. Aggressive, and everyone watching, everything relies on Dominic right now, because if FS Esports lose this, they may as well be out of the BO3. Dominic is pushing through in hopes of destroying the lockdown. He will be looking to it. The alarm bot reveals his location. I know this can be big. He has no option but to fall back. Blast will be extremely happy with this
God of
because
time.
this wastes even more time. And Dominic,
Oh, this
one
is such
versus
a
one yet
dangerous
again.
angle.
And he peeks and Blast gets the 4K. And that means FALLEN5 will be moving on with the win.
Blast, he's so happy about it as well. He's like, yeah, well, I did it. I got the clutch. I got the kill. I went in for the swing. I took the fight and just took it all down. Another day in the office for me, but at the same time, he's really smart about it as well here. Well done from their side, but for now, at the very least, all the members of F5, they can take that sigh of relief and they're going to be really happy about it as well.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I don't know how many times I've said it, but again, Icebox just feels like a FALLEN5 map, and FS, they have not had a good showing there previously. That was 13-3. Meanwhile, the side of FALLEN5, they won 13-10 against Boom Esports, another Southeast Asian team in the open
Who are
qualifiers.
really strong.
Exactly. Just judging on the basis of that, it feels like FALLEN5, they're gonna be on the back foot, and now mentally as well they won't be on the strongest foot forward, because the map that they chose, the map that they absolutely adore to play on, the map in which they have defeated multiple teams from multiple regions, is the map that they just lost right here, right now.
This is rough. It really is. Today it feels as though FS, they were not on the same boat. On some rounds they were really playing well together, and on other rounds it just looked as though they were chickens with their head cut off and they were just running around trying to see if they could find something for themselves to eat. That's the thing here. As we do head on down over into the highlights, you guys are going to be able to get a visual representation of all of these problems. And the problems just stacked up on top of one another, just piling up over and over and over again, that FS, one mistake led to another, and that mistake built up to like 3 more. And at one point, FS, they had no idea how many mistakes they were making, and they were giving up all of those fights. Yes, they were turning things around. Yes, they were able to switch out a lot of the rounds, but was it a little bit too little too late? Yes. They were not able to adapt, and they were not able to do anything about the raw sheer amount of utility that FALLEN5 had. There's a reason why this double initiator composition is so powerful and so potent if you're able to play it out properly. The double duelist composition is strong if you're really confident in your aim skills, and if your opponents are not able to counter you as easily with their own utility. But the timing, it always was in the favor of FALLEN5. They're the ones who took every single engagement on their own accord. And with that, they had it all. A rough game for B2 pretty much put the final nail on that coffin. You need to have both of your duelists perform if you want a double duelist composition to work. If one duelist underperforms, it's just never gonna work. And FS, I just really hope they're gonna be able to brush off this loss, head on down over onto map number 2 with a fresh mind. Even though the odds are stacked against them statistically, they should be able to bring everything back, because hey, it's FS. They've been in worse ditches before, and they were able to claw their way out.
They absolutely do, but this one isn't going to be a ditch. This one may just be an avalanche falling in front of them, and they may be trapped under all of the snow that Icebox may have to offer. Now, can they escape out of that, or will they be buried alive in this tournament, just their name being the historical books and websites and not progressing forward? That is the question to be asked, as right now FALLEN5, no pressure on them. They already know that even though Icebox should be theirs, even if they lose, we have got the decider map of Haven, and there as well it can be any team's game, just like here as well. Even though all of us were expecting FS to win, FALLEN5 proved us wrong. They took the dub for themselves. So a similar situation may as well happen on the map of Haven, who knows. As for now, we will still be focusing on Icebox, and as for right now, we will still be focusing on the highlights, because there were just too many of these influential rounds where we saw FS, they took the final round win. 7-5 was the score, but then the second half as well, it wasn't looking the best. FALLEN5, round after round after round, they were winning, and FS just seemed to have no reply whatsoever to that.
Yeah, FS. These are the rounds that they really should have won. You could see that FS on paper, every single composition, every single execution was good. Like, I can't even say that FS, they didn't play their composition properly. It was just a communication and execution failure. Some of the shots were not hitting. Everyone else just were not on the same boat, it seems. Cactus was having the game of his life, just going in for frags all over the place, but that's just Cactus. That his name is consistency. But everyone else, where's the communication factor? They don't know. Even in this round, you saw that Cactus took a swing from Garden and he took a fight on A main when B2 saw a player holding from Concrete. I don't know, man. These are the problems that started to highlight the most throughout anything. And at the very end, the entirety of Fallen, they just started having fun. They were running around, they were taking engagements, and they were like, hey, we have it under the bag. We're just going to bring it all back.
And that's exactly what they did as well. Yeah, FALLEN5, they were looking extremely strong. They still are in the best of 3 overall. They are looking really well. And now just FS, everyone is waiting for their reply. But other than that, I'd say FALLEN5, not a lot of problems right there. Couple of rounds short. It should have, and it should have gone in their side, but it went to the side of FS as well. But then again, yeah, a couple of mistakes here and there from both of the teams. Other than that, they were playing nicely. They were getting the kills as well. And I would say that, yeah, heading on over to Icebox, should be seeing a big change in the compositions. Icebox absolutely favors the double Sentinel. We are going to be seeing the Viper as well. And that's where the fun can lie. We didn't see a Viper right now by either one of these two teams. We had the Astra. But with the Viper being chosen, that leads to new interactions. The Viper split obviously going to play a pretty influential factor. But other than that, FALLEN5, yeah, they were just running away with it. And there was not much FS Esports could have done about that.
FALLEN5, they're just a better squad here. But for now, as it's just the first initial map, we can't really say anything about it much now, can we? Heading on down over into the scoreboard to get a visual representation one more time. You can see that Kakarot, he pretty much embraced his Saiyan roots. 26 kills, an absolute cold-blooded killer. He didn't stop for even a second, and Blast was his accomplice. Both of them just tore down the entire servers, 25 and 26. 51 kills in total for just both of them alone. They had the games of their lives, but for FS, it was a lot more difficult for them. Cactus was performing, yes, 370 CS, 25 kills, but Coley, Dominic, B2, and Cortez, they were finding a lot of value, but they were just not able to perform. Just didn't work out for them here, and hopefully they're going to be able to switch everything back up once more. Heading on down over to the map recap screen as well. As you can see, FALLEN5, once again, they have taken the first initial map on a 13 and 10 scoreline. But as we head on down over into an Icebox, yes, it's their home map. This is a map where they have taken down other squads. We already know, statistically it's already given, but what is not known is how FS have prepared to try and take on this matchup. They know already that this is FALLEN5's most favorite map. And you know how it goes. You win out on your opponent's map, and then you lose out on yours. That's one of the main curses in the game of Valorant. You over-prepare. What? Why?
Why would you use the term curse? There's no reason.
No, there is a reason. There is a reason. You're on the panel with me. You're on the panel with me. That is the primary reason why I gotta mention the curses. You escaped the 9 and 3 right now, but as we head on down over into an Icebox, the 9 and 3 scoreline is a lot more possible. But for now, we're gonna be heading on down over into a short break. I'm gonna let CCB get mentally prepared for a possible 9 and 3, and you guys back at home as well. You're hoping for a 9 and 3 scoreline just so I could tease CCB a little, or do you want to win from the side of FS in a very dominant fashion so that they can take us down on the map number 3? Heading on down over into a short break. Make sure to check out all of the links down below in the description. Also scan that QR code to get a can of Red Bull, and we'll be back with the real shortly with the Intel presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt port is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th Gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
Welcome back, everyone. You currently are watching Intel Presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Cosmic Byte. And in that Challenger Series, we are on over to the main playoff stage. The low brackets matches have started. We've already gone through one best of three today. Global Esports from India, they eliminated Team Expert from Pakistan. Now we have moved on over to a second BO3 today, aggressive, and that second BO3 is still going on. So why don't you inform the team about the two teams? So why don't you inform the audience about the two teams actually?
The way that these two teams have been playing, the match number 1 was incredible to watch, but at the same time, was it something that we wanted? Oh, hell no. Heading on down over towards the map video screen, you're going to be able to witness why this was such a heartbreaking loss as well. 13-10 and a loss for the side of a loss for the side of FS, sorry. It's going to be difficult for to say the very least. FS, they had so many different opportunities to turn the game around, to just take a round for themselves, and the executions were good. That's the problem. Like, I cannot even blame them for not being able to go in for proper executions properly or proper retakes. They jumped into the site together, they had full control, they lost out on the gunfights because they were checking one angle altogether while not holding down the other different avenues, and that allowed FALLEN5 to use their own positioning to the best of their own capabilities. I understand you place an Astra wall or you place a Nebula to block off a specific angle, but someone needs to watch it still. If someone peeks out of those nebulas, you're just dead. And these type of mistakes just caused FALLEN5 to snap their fingers, and half the server was already dead. And in multiple different situations, that just kept on happening over and over and over again. You cannot rely on that at all. Now, though, at least, Edshot, he's going to be the one coming on down through Cactus. He did have to leave. And without their star fragger anymore, you need to remember Cactus was the star fragger in the last map. Now that he's not here, the entirety of FS, things look a lot more grim for them already.
Yeah, Cortez as well. He had a bit of a quieter day on the map of Sign, and now he is the Jet. As a matter of fact, he is the only entry fragger for the side of FS, as they'll be opting for a double sentinel, kind of exactly like what they did against Alter Ego. So no major change in their composition or like the agents they're choosing. And on the side of FALLEN5, we can see a double duelist, and yeah, this is the same that they played against Boom Esports as well, and they ended up taking the win with this double duelist, which obviously certainly did surprise me, because double duelist on the map of Icebox, I mean, granted, they had Sage as their sentinel, they had Viper quite obviously as the controller, but double duelist, okay, you know what, fair enough. If it worked, it
Select
worked.
your
Kakarot
agent.
was top fragging alongside the battle sage of Blast, and those are the same roles these two lads will be fulfilling here as well. So pretty interesting, two different compositions we have. FS Kohli still, you know, confirming his agent, so they are still going through, and he has confirmed this over. So we are going to be seeing double sentinel up against double duelist.
Double Sentinel versus Double Duelist is a compositional thing that I kind of understand what they were trying to employ, but Raze on the map of Icebox is a little bit of an iffy situation for me. I understand Raze is quite good, Raze is quite strong. You can get a lot of value out of that Raze, but imagine if you had a Reyna instead. That flash potential that you can get is just so much more better and so much more potent in comparison that why would you want to pick up a Raze and facilitate yourself for pushes when you can just facilitate your entire team instead? I understand Kakarot's much more of that self-sufficient player. He likes to take angle fights a lot more differently, or they could be going in for a combo play with that Sage, because you know how strong the Sage and Viper play is, because if the both of them are able to use their utility in proper conjunction with one another, the slow orb just helps get that Toxic Bite do so much more damage. If you're doing the same with the Raze and you use all three together and then you just catch out two players, chef's kiss. That's exactly what you want.
Absolutely. And yeah, exactly what you want is to jump into the game as well. We will be seeing that. We will be doing that soon enough, because I, for one, can't wait to see the pistol round started. The good thing for FS is that they are starting out on defense. It was the map choice of FALLEN5. So FS Esports, they did have the side choose and they opted for defense, which is the smartest strategy. On attack against Alter Ego, FS Esports unfortunately didn't manage to get a single round on board. So one can presume them struggling a little bit on attack. I wouldn't say they will not win a single round, but it is going to be difficult. Right now, though, we will be jumping into their own defense. We will be starting off with the pistol round. FS FS are on defense, and this is where they have to win the majority of their rounds, possibly exhibit a 7-5 half end, or perhaps even an 8-4 if likely. But heading into their attack, they have to be in the lead, plain and simple. They cannot have it any other way.
That was where the real fun is about to start for them as well. This first initial round will give in so much more info, but Yoshi swings out, immediately gets that first initial frag on towards the face of Poldy, and that's going to be a costly one. But look at G. Look at G. He's waiting inside of Spawn. He's literally inside of Spawn. This is 3 free kills for him. No one's going to check this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're the imposter. That's good for 1, but no, G. He panics under the pressure. It happens.
Last player standing.
But it's fine, because all of the other members, they already knew what was up. They're just gonna wait. They're just gonna chill. And poor old G, he just played his cards a little bit too early.
One. Just missed the shots and too many people. Yeah, too many people. But other than that, I don't think he'll mind it too much. He got 1 kill. Yeah, sure, he was the only casualty, but then again, he was the only casualty. And now we can see from the side of FALLEN5, they are going to go for a proper anti-eco. We've got we've got 3 Spectres, sheriffs, full armor on all the players. Meanwhile, the members of FS Esports, well, they have a single frenzy. And yeah, they're just going for the eco. They don't want to do anything else. Cortez with the sheriff, he's pushing through, and he won't be getting a kill. Yoshi Blast, they start things off. JEE, he may follow through on that. Yes, he does. Another headshot. B2 with 1 kill for his team. But now all alone is the Viper and Dominic. I don't think that this classic can do much. He's going for the shots. He does land the headshot though, which is nice. But FALLEN5 take another quick round in their anti-eco.
Fast, clean, smooth. That's how you should be playing on the bathtub of Icebox. You dilly-dally for too long, you're gonna get frostbite. So they're keeping the blood running high, and they're keeping their adrenaline present. But they need to slow themselves down a little bit as well here. Otherwise, the ball could just fly a little bit too further out of the court than you want it to. And if FS, they're able to take that ball once again and be the ones to score that goal, it's gonna be rough, especially now that they have the means to do so as well here. The buys are going to be strong. The Vandals are in their hand. But these Vandals could either sing, or it could just cause a massive damage problem as well. The wall does go through a little bit too early. They are able to funnel them all down through one specific sightline, but they need to be careful with the dash coming on down in. Cortez is going to be able to go in for an immediate flick, with Coley being able to shut down Kakarot. Already the tank's going to be starting up beautifully. And they are going to get all the kills one by one.
They do. I get this is the bonus round for the side of FALLEN5, but only a single kill. Should be looking for a bit more than that. JEE vulnerable. He was in the snake bite, and Kohli will finish things off. So there's a look of smile on that man's face, because he knows that, yeah, FS absolutely needed this round win, and with only a single person dying, they take it. Look at these headshots. That dash, that whirlwind from Cortez was absolutely stunning to witness after he got that headshot. So great stuff right now. And FALLEN5, well, now they can afford rifles as well, and they shouldn't be looking for a more rush bomb side play. They should be looking to individualize those skills and then execute on the basis of that using their utility. I get that they have 2 entry fraggers. I get that they only have a single controller, single sentinel, and a single initiator. So utility isn't as high as it can be, but they have to make the best out of that. That's why early on, try to look for kills. If you don't, then invest the utility early and then look for kills. But you have to get kills one way or another.
Lineup, dude. Imagine,
that was really good.
Imagine if Headhunter was used a owl drone a little bit earlier. He was dead.
Alright, now B2 was almost dead. But now he escapes out of there alive, and Kakarot will be pushing through. He has to destroy the Sage wall as Blast gets 1 kill as the Sage. But the refrags are happening from FS Esports. It's not like they're giving up entirely. And FALLEN5, they still have the decision to make of pushing through into the bomb side. Blast gets 1 more. He'll be peeking. He gets his 3rd for the round. And FALLEN5 may as well get their 3rd.
Turrets destroyed.
Gonna be able to pick up his buddy, sending it back down to a 5 versus 2. Just recycle those ultimates as fast as you possibly can. You do not want to hold on to them for a really long time. The fact that they have that ideology, that's gonna be giving them even more here. Headshot, he's around the corner, swings out, gets taken out as well. Doesn't last for even a second. G's gonna be the one to send him back home. And with that, a 1-3 scoreline being put up by all the members of FALLEN5, but for now at least, it's not looking good for them. They won out on their first initial buy round, but the fact that they did lose out on the second, as soon as Fallen had the better guns on their side, not the better guns, equal guns on their side, the fact that they broke, it could just spell doom for them if they are not able to turn things around here.
And this round, it still seems highly unlikely that they may be able to turn things around. Look at that. Yoshi, within 5 seconds into the action phase, he gets the entry frag. And he's still pushing through. He is not stopping anytime soon. He knows about Kohli's location. Kakarot, okay, he still lands the shots. Goodness me, that could have gone horribly wrong. Blast is in the bomb side. And Blast has infiltrated through the defense, getting a kill for himself onto the other side. So FS right now, yet again down to 2 members. Hopefully it's not a flawless round for their sake, but it really feels like one, and it will be a flawless round. So Yoshi and Blast, they deal the damage to FS members.
Positionally though, they're in pretty prime spots. They're going to be able to get forward positions at the bare minimum. But with FS having so much more control, now that they have an operator on their side, on the hands of Cortez, they should be happy. They should be able to turn things around once again, but this one operator, it needs to sing. The bullets need to hit, and they need to magnetize to all the danger men of the side of F5. And okay, Cortez casually pushing himself up, but the poor Recon Bolt. The Recon Bolt was in such a position that none of his teammates were able to break it. Good strong positions, good strong play. Get that operator out of the equation, because now, with this execution rushing on down over towards the side of A, things could be bad or things could be good. It really does depend. Dominic's gonna be the first one to take down G. And now without the smoke, that's gonna be even stronger than Cortez. Through the shoulders, he's gonna be the one to find that kill onto Kakarot. Good reaction time on this man. He's now back. He activated himself. And this operator is finally able to sing with B2 holding it down strong from his end.
Right, B2 will be good for 1, and then Headhunter trades him out. So again, only a single kill at FS have gotten so far. I mean, sorry, not only a single kill at FALLEN5 have gotten so far, my apologies. But yeah, FS are looking really strong. That operator, the kill, it was absolutely great towards A, and FALLEN5 now, they're still looking to plant the spike. But the thing right here is going to be that the post plant is where they will struggle. They have got decent enough post plant utility. You know, you've got the shock dart. Oh, you don't have the shock dart anymore. Cortez gets another kill with the operator. He's still holding the angle, and he gets a third as Blast was wide swinging him. So Cortez, the MVP of this round, allows FS Esports to get another on board. Let's just watch this replay. Great kill right there. And then you had B2 towards Boilers as well, who was good for 1. And then the trade happened, and everyone from FALLEN5 fell apart almost instantaneously. So FS Esports, all hope is certainly not lost. They can win this round. They can try and forge a full buy in the next one, but this round can go their way as well. They've got 3 ultimates. They've got an operator, 4 vandals, full armor. Everything will be working for them. It's just that they have to get those kills plain and simple against FALLEN5. There's no other way around it.
Cortez on this operator needs to be their primary target. Him getting that 3k in the last round. You know for a fact, if he gets that opportunity to snowball out of control, there is nothing that the side of Fallen can do to try and survive their onslaught. But now that they have the control, now that they have that decent positioning at the bare minimum, so much utility being popped as well by FS to allow all of the members down towards the B side to go in for a possible rotation and head on down onto A. They just need a kill, just 1. But Blast, he gets some info, but not a kill. And with this amount of damage being given, the side of FS, now they're in a predicament. They're probably gonna think that all the members of Fallen, they're rushing down towards that B side, but no, they're actually not, because Cortez, he's holding from the mid with his own operator, and this operator is feeding all the information. They're going in for a plant down towards the A side, but a 4 versus 5 retake is already on the cards, and Cortez needs to be the one to go in through that lurk. He needs to come on down together as a team, send it down over to that 5 versus 5, and the take for them is just about to start.
Take for them. And Star, they're ready for the execution. The snake bite goes through. The turret has been destroyed. Look at the power position from Loss, allowing him to get one kill. Kakarot with a second. Kohli takes the engagement and he gets the drop onto Yoshi alongside the resurrection. Means that FS Esports are in a considerable amount of lead. And right now we can see the defusal of the spike, but the snake bite alongside the Hunter's Fury works, and the Hunter's Fury gets another kill. The spike is going to be defused regardless. And FS Esports, they've managed to win this round by the skin of their teeth. They had 2 casualties, but they still won. That's the more important factor right now.
The fact that they had so much utility to work with as well, and they had a lot of bodies in general. Think of it like this, CCV. When you have so many players still alive and at a healthy amount of HP, you have pretty much nothing to worry about. Just cycle through one by one. You use your HP as a resource to get your team that round. This is why in a 4 versus 2 situation, Viper and Sova are really hard to play on post plans, because you have to worry about multiple different people on full HP bars. And if they're really good, they're never going to stack up in one single position. We're going to be able to shoot them twice together. Fallen, they have put themselves in that predicament, allowing FS to get 3 more rounds for themselves. So here is where they need to make their stand, because I do believe this is their final buy round. They pretty much will not have enough money to go in for buys again.
Gotta make it count, and they have the necessary amount of utility and the ults to make it count as well. We do have Kakarot in the showstopper, and this showstopper better stop a lot that FS are planning. Well, his gun will surely, yes it does, Cortez. That is the opening kill. And now FALLEN5, they have side control. Retaliation is imminent and pretty prominent from FS Esports members, sorry, as they do get, as Kohli got a kill, but the resurrection is there, and yet again the showstopper is on the board. There was headshot, he was pushing through, and everyone is just falling apart. Headshot falls, so does B2. And FS Esports are down to only the final member alive. That's going to be Kohli. He got the opening kill, but after the resurrection, he knew his team couldn't be resurrected anymore.
Yeah, it's just gonna hurt even more. Once again, Fallen, they have established the lead for themselves. And hey, I'm rooting for something here. I'm rooting for them to win out on 4 rounds consecutively. From right here and right now. But that's for other reasons. But for the side of FS, if they want to turn things around, they need to make sure this operator gets a lot more value. The main reason why they lost out on that last round as well in general was Edshot pushing through the Viper Spit knowing that his feet could be seen. He could have waited for a couple of seconds, maybe with the utility being popped, and then he could have gone in for it. He's having such a rough game as well on a 0-6. It's 8 rounds in, man. And to be on such a scoreline, he needs that 1 kill to just activate himself once more.
Certainly needs to, because right now I'd say that FS Esports as well, they've got to make sure they activate themselves a little more. I mean, yeah, 3 rounds on their defense, it's... I would make the arguments fine enough, but no, considering FS Esports can struggle on the attack, the defense is their strong suit. And right now they're giving it their everything in this defense. They've gone for the Viper Spit. The Sova drone as well gets information. Everyone is getting tagged by some form of utility or another, but no kill has been traded off as of now. So we are still seeing FS and FALLEN5 play against each other, just using their ability, nothing else. We will be seeing the spike move over towards mid, so it may be a mid take, and a mid take seems the most likely for FALLEN5 to work, because you do have Cortez holding down B long from Garage. So a mid take is exactly the way in which they can get those kills. However, FS Esports, they are aware about this. They are rotating over to B as well. They have people on mid. Kohli can peek mid at any time he wants, potentially get a kill. So now FALLEN5, they have to brute force their way through this. Cortez, his location is known. He's in the cloud burst. He's still holding the angle, and he's got to fall back to the bomb side. With 30 seconds on the clock, FALLEN5 have no other choice but to execute on B right now.
Grounded.
Cortez got that first initial shot and got the tag, but he's going to be able to go in for an immediate swing on towards the second. Not shots are just not going to be hitting, and poor old G gets caught out in the open. B2 is going to be the one to shut him on down. Headhunter's good. He's strong. He is potent, but here in this situation, it's just not going to happen. He gets taken out. He gets sent back home, and that's going to be the 4-5 scoreline going in the favor of the side of FS. They finally turn things around, and it feels as though it's all up to Cortez. If his operator is able to find a kill, then snap your finger and the round's gonna be going for you.
Absolutely, yeah. FS, not just the operator, but I think they are looking for the initial kill. And in this case, the utility absolutely supported that. The Viper Spit, I always love when the Viper Spit is used, not just for like retakes and plants, but also, you know, just to lock down a specific part or a specific choke point of a map. That's a controller's job, plain and simple, explained in one sentence. Get map control using your utility. And that's exactly what that Viper Spit did. So after that, it's going to be the operator singing off a Jet, but not of Cortez, rather of Yoshi getting the opening frag. And now Kohli is getting a bit too frisky in this poison cloud right now, hoping to get a kill. But oh my god, through the smoke Kakarot, he spotted Dominic, he got the kill. And now Kohli, he'll be good for one. Now he's checking the backstab, but no, Yoshi gets rid of him yet again. And FS, they are down to 2 members. B2 can do something about the spike being planted. However, he has cornered off. He's just holding this extreme right angle, waiting for someone to pop into his crosshairs, but his head may be the thing that can be popped if he's not aware of what lurks in front of him.
He's gonna be the first one to get that kill. Headshot. He's the difference maker for one kill for many more. He has opened up his kill book, and this one open up should be enough for him to be something good. But what?
Last player standing.
He has a lineup for that? He has
think it was-
a lineup for that.
Was the raise near the belts? I think the raise was. I think it was just bounced off the wall, perhaps. I'm not really sure.
No, the
But
thing
I
is that the
think-
race grenade needs to fall perfectly on top of the Killjoy ultimate. Otherwise,
Ah.
it does not destroy it. Like, it needs to pop on top of it to deal that 1st initial little bit of damage.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's gonna be able to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Kakarot, you cannot be serious. Is this your final form?
God. Oh, okay. Blast with the white peak. I think they were baiting him with the toxic screen. He was still holding the angle, hoping to get the kill. But yeah, that was that in Yoshi as well. He spots one, but both the Jets and their operators are gone off the board. Kakarot is good for one. Blast gets the second, but not before Dominic could get one. Dominic could get one for himself. Now look at Blast hunting down Kohli and getting the frag. Switches over to the pistol. It is faster than reloading, and even with the pistol, he can deal a bit of damage. Well, his teammates surely will. And FALLEN5 take their 7th round on board. So Graceve, even if it is a 7-5, I don't think FALLEN5 will mind that, although they still will be looking for an 8-4 4-round differential in the next half.
No. As you can see, Blast is on one side. Everyone in the kills, they have everything on their end. It's 4 and 7. Sadly, the curse is not going to be there, and I cannot tease you for it, but it's alright.
Good.
I can live with an 8 and 4 scoreline, possibly going in the favor of the side of FS, or they could be taking it down over to a 7 and 5 and have the best possible opportunity to bring in the pain and bring in the hurt in the following. But statistically, currently, they are not capable of doing so. Look at the buys, CCV. That alone should be an answer. What? Cortez, he kinda did best that one up, didn't he?
Here.
He was supposed to go to the side and I don't know, pretty fast. Something was supposed to
No,
happen.
he
which didn't.
updrafted and wanted to go on top
Tube.
of the tube.
Oh, yeah.
But he fell.
Well, Ed shot kind of abrupt. He was jumping by the tube, but I didn't think he realized he's playing the KJ. Regardless, well, he still is here, and he will be losing his life. So it is an 8-4 flawless round win. Not much happened in the round. Kill after kill after kill. There was Yoshi's operator shot, and then you had JEEE with that 3k as the Viper. And yet again, having a look at the scoreboard, one thing we can see that Blast and Yoshi, this is exactly what I was talking about. Previously, when we saw FALLEN5 on Icebox, it was Kakarot and Blast, but the Battle Sage is there. There is no denying the Battle Sage is not present. Currently upholding a KD of 2. Yeah, Blast's performance has been amazing. Not to mention how not only is he taking lives, but also reviving his own teammates and healing them as well. So his utility usage, everything is perfect, and it's only going to get better, Graceve, as FALLEN5 move on over to their own defense.
No.
Right now, I'd say that FALLEN5, yeah, it is going to be the pistol round. So for the side of FS Esports, are they still looking for the same Ascent 5-man push down a single lane? Well, there goes the toxic screen. Everyone is ready. Utility is going to be used. Sova Drone gets a bit of info.
Oh,
the Sage wall
that was
blocks
a bad
out.
wall. That's a bad wall.
There's another Sage wall. Blast! Okay, oh, he can't. But it's going to be the pain shells nonetheless getting the kill onto B2. The spike may have been planted, but man advantage with FALLEN5.
What is happening? Look at the wall placements on both of these. If the wall just has a crack in it, a person can just stand there and go in for the full defuse. This is why I love Sage on the map of Icebox. You can get away with so much creative things if you're able to play it properly. But gee, he just swings out and finds 2 kills for it for no apparent reason. FALLEN5, they take a flawless. What?
Flawless.
They just 5-man bum rushed aside for a retake and they got away with it as well?
That's kind of sort of what happened. I can't deny with that.
They just bum rushed into the site and they were like, oh yes, it's time for a retake, boys. It's like, you know, when when you have like a housemate or something and she just randomly comes into your room, doesn't care about you at all, just moves everything around and just cleans it and goes, and that's exactly how it felt like. FALLEN5, they just showed no mercy, showed no courtesy, just swinging out of Viper walls like it's just another day in the office. I'm here to do my duty here.
On the duty for Yoshi is to get those headshots with the Marshal. J Triple though, he still gets one. Headshot, he picks up the Sheriff, but nah, Kakarot's there. Yoshi as well as the Marshal, like we were talking about. Regardless of which kill we, which player we mention on the side of FALLEN5, the kills are still flowing through. And now you've got Kohli stuck in a 1 versus 5 yet again. Now, is it going to be a flawless round? He has been spotted. He has been walled off. He still peeks. You have got the Frenzy up against Spectres and Sheriffs, and the Frenzy won't be doing a lot. It deals damage to Kakarot, but yeah, flawless anti-eco from the members of FALLEN5, and they'll be pretty darn happy with that because they don't have to buy a single gun heading into the next round, and that's the main thing. They can entirely bonus their way off of round number 15, which we will be seeing right now, because they have got full armor, they have got Sheriffs, Ghost, and the Marshal onto Yoshi as well. They don't have to do anything. It's FS Esports Aggressive who have to, I mean, they have to settle for less with that half armor rifle play.
They do, but for now at least, slow, methodical battles, that's all that they need to go in for. Yoshi, he has a forward play, he has a Marshal in his hand, spots out the first initial player. It's not gonna be able to find that head though. Instead it's gonna be B2 being able to take Blast's one clean off his shoulders. Good shots, good taps, they have the info, they know exactly where the attackers are gonna be playing from, but the fact that they did lose out on that Sage, losing out that one player can cause a massive amount of damage to your morality. And that is the Sage after all. So no more heals, no more swords, no more walls to work with. And for FS, this is an opportunity for them to take full control of a site and just take down FALLEN5. Couple of notches, 1 round at a time. Small baby steps, that's all that they need.
Only those steps right now, and Headhunter and the Shock Dart gets a kill. Okay, J Triple now in the poison cloud. Can he get a kill somewhere? Left, right, center. He does with a Spectre.
How does he get away with that?
30
I don't
seconds
know.
left.
He just does. FALLEN5 are down to 3 members. So are FS Esports. The retake might as well be on, but I don't think it will be going the way of FALLEN5. They can still try. The Marshal's there. 1 headshot with the Marshal, that'll be plenty. If they can damage the members of FS, we already know the economy is not intact. It is in shambles. It is crumbling little by little. If FALLEN5 can deal even more economic damage, it will be best case scenario for them. And Yoshi with the Sheriff. Nah, he won't be landing his shots. Kakarot surely will. That's one Kakarot all by himself. Nah, headshot gets a double with the Vandal to finish things off. And FS Esports, they get finally their 5th round on board in this full buy.
I'm surprised that Yoshi didn't go in for his Marshal play on these angles. Switched out towards the Sheriff. Maybe things would have been different if he just had a Marshal in his hand. But for now, at the bare minimum, it's fine. It's 5 and 10. On the side of FS, they were able to win out when it came down to their first initial buy round. Was it a clean win? No. Are they going to be able to save a lot of money out of it? Not exactly speaking, but it's fine. Because now, it's FS's turn to just push up, take an engagement, take a fight, and just keep the ball rolling on their court. It's a 5 and 10. Do not go overly aggressive. You don't have enough of an opportunity to try and test out the waters. You know that I'm a person that always says that take a risk in the game of Valorant, take it early, so that you can understand how far you can push your opponents. Limit testing is one of the most important things in the game of Valorant. And that's exactly what Cortez is doing. Walking up, he's gonna be able to find that kill. A little bit of a sus spray, but it's okay. Don't really worry about it. Because he get one, but Yoshi's gonna be able to slap you in the face with an operator regardless.
FS Esports, they want to slap the surprise onto the members of FALLEN5. They are ready for a take, but they have lost their entry fragger who died on A. So it's going to be a proper support execution only. The Sage Wall will go through, the Recon Bolt as well. We have the Spam Fire from FALLEN5. The Snake Bite is there, and they're preventing the spike from being planted. Not only that, but they're going to be using the paint shells and all of the anti-entrenchment utility that Rays have. The spike still yet to be planted. FS Esports are looking for a way, but can they find a way? Is the question. Dominic is right then, so is the member from FALLEN5. J going for the spam fire. Dominic catches him first, and that may as well allow the spike to be planted. No, the paint shells delay even more as Kakarot gets one through the toxic screen. Blast with a double before dying. 8 seconds on the clock. B2 has got to pull it off, and he does not have enough time. FALLEN5, they will be getting their 11th.
How did this round just turn around in a couple of seconds and blast you absolute beautiful madman? Swings out, takes 2 fights, immediately takes everything out as well. Cortez, he's going to be able to find 1 kill, but he's not going to be able to find that trade-off now, can he? Gave away too much information. Positions were not that good for him as well. And just look at Blast. He nearly got that spray transfer kill onto his second before B2 shut it down. And on this 5 and 11, it's a tragedy and a heartbreak.
Now, it is tragedy and heartbreak for the side of Fallen. Sorry, not for FALLEN5. What am I saying? No, for FS Esports. Very similar names. But yeah, FS Esports can't really do much in this scenario. Kakarot is right there with the boom bot. Can he escape?
Magic
he
number.
is. Oh, showstopper. He doesn't get a kill. Cortez loves that drop off. Okay, Headhunter still there. He gets a trade. And you have JEE holding down the defense. He peeks wide, he peeks long, going for a mid-range gunfight with that Phantom. He gets one. Can he escape? He should be looking to escape right now, but Kohli finishes things off. So we are still down to 3v3. Only problem aggressive I see is that FS Esports members, well, they have been tagged pretty significantly, but not the same can be said for FALLEN5. They are as healthy as a rabbit.
Why exactly a rabbit? But okay, I'm
Because
gonna ask
a
you about
rabbit
that.
is healthy and hops around, like moves and stuff, so yeah.
Maybe a lot of other things, but sure. I was just really curious about why a rabbit was.
30 seconds
I
left.
don't know. I don't know. I genuinely have no clue. The first animal that popped
Normally
into my head.
people say, normally a lot of people say
Horse,
as
horse,
healthy as a
yes.
horse, but
I get
a
that.
rabbit would also work, but okay, give it a second, give it a second. Maybe Fallen could just lose this. But at the same time, I don't think it's gonna happen with only 10 seconds.
Charges. Be still.
Sure,
With only what?
sure.
Match point.
What was the end? How the operator, the shocked. How many
It's
kills has
just
Headhunter gotten?
Symphony, just symphony of skills and symphony of kills. That's all that we have to say for this.
Yup. And there's the kill. Ah. Well, FALLEN5, okay. They take match point. They've got good guns. FS Esports can't always say the same about them in terms of the guns. We can spot a couple of Spectres. Well, a lot. Majority Spectres, not just a couple. 1 rifle. Half armor's there. So they just have to brute force their way through every one of these rounds. 7 consecutively. It is not looking optimistic for their side. We can see the Recon Bolt is out. And it may get info on many of the members of FALLEN5. It actually does on towards Kakarot. And now Cortez, he can be pushing through, but he is the only one with the rifle right now. FS are going to be investing every bit of utility they have into this round. The ultimate goes through. The lockdown trying to get destroyed. It won't be. It still sears through. Kakarot, he'll choose to get detained. And he will be detained.
actually
No,
was
it was
destroyed.
destroyed. Okay.
Oh, wait, what satchel destroys it?
I have no idea.
I thought it took 2 satchels. But if you full charge
There was
the
a shot.
blast-
I think it was a shot dot as well. I don't know.
Okay, but still, they're not going to be able to do much with it still. But with the Viper Spin being placed already, Dominic is going to be able to get away with the murder. Headhunter, he's in such a good position. He just gets away with it. 2 kills and a dream. 1 by 1, they're fighting all of it. But they shut it all down as well. The side of Fallen. They bring it all back. They take it all home as well. FS, what happened in this round?
Was that important?
Defenders win.
Just fell apart after that play from Headhunter. Yeah, that was that. And FS Esports are the second team to be eliminated from the Intel Challenger Series. Team Exploit faced the brunt of it against Global. And now FALLEN5, they eliminate FS. So yeah, we can see that the members of FALLEN5 right now, they are not too overeager about this. They're not too happy. They're satisfied. They're talking things through. They know, they still have a lot to work on. Plus, they know their next opponents is going to be a pretty strong team, either Enigma or Alter Ego. So that's also that. But other than that, I'd say a great performance from FALLEN5. As soon as they won Ascent, yeah, Icebox was looking like theirs, and it did go their way, plain and simple.
They knew what they needed to do there. They had the advantages. They took it. They brought it all back in a couple of seconds as well. We already knew this was going to happen because the map of Icebox, it was pretty much statistically the better map for FALLEN5. But at the same time, we expected FS to be able to turn it around. But without Cactus, it's really difficult. Cactus being one of their star players, his fragging potential, especially when he's playing a Killjoy on this map in particular, it's just so good to have at all moments. The fact that he wasn't there, FS, they just crumbled and they broke apart piece by piece. It's a sad ending for FS because they came into this tournament with something to prove, especially with the amount of improvements and leaps and bounds that they have gone through to try and reach this certain stage. But for them, it wasn't enough. They were not the squads to be able to take down all the other Southeast Asian giants. But hopefully they're going to be able to just get better and better moving down the line. Let's head on down over towards the match highlights to get a visual representation of what exactly went wrong for FS. And primarily, I wouldn't say that FS made a ton of mistakes that really costed them a lot here. I would say that FS, they just took way too long to try and adapt to their opposition. And in that sense, the amount of utility being popped by all the members of FALLEN5 was just way too much. FALLEN5, they knew where to take risks. They knew where to take those angle fights. They knew when to go in for pushes and when to test out the limits, while for FS, they didn't. Multiple different occasions, we saw FS just get complacent in their own positions, and they didn't try to limit test as much. And when you don't limit test in the game of Valorant, you give away too much information, you give away too much space. And when you allow your opponents to be the ones to dictate the pace of an engagement, you're gonna fall no matter how good you are.
That is true. And right now, FS Esports, yeah, they have fallen. Hopefully they can rise back. They have had great performances recently as well. They have shown to people, like you were saying, Aggressive, that they are there at the tier 2 level. They just have to improve on it even more. If we have a look at their journey over in the Gauntlet as well, they had a great run. They got plenty of rounds. They got plenty of BO3s as well. They ended up third in their group, falling short to Velocity and Enigma. And obviously, those are the big dogs. Defeating them is it's a job only certain teams can take. So even after that, getting third in that group was a great feat for them. They played the main event. Unfortunately, they lost there. But regardless, again, great stuff overall from FS. Even here in the Challenger Series, their open qualifier run was amazing as well. But yeah, here they fell short to FALLEN5 from Philippines, and FALLEN5 will be moving over. So this is a team. Yes, now a team from Pakistan has been eliminated. A team from India has been eliminated. All 4 South Asian rosters still stand. But now tomorrow we'll see the upper bracket matches. We'll see a lot of fighting amongst them as well. So plenty can happen. But so far, going on over and coming back to what happened today in this BO3, more specifically in this one map of Icebox and in the highlights, brought to you by Intel, we can see that, yeah, FALLEN5, they're just running away with it. Kill after kill after kill. And FS Esports, there were times where they tried retaliating. They got 4 rounds. They were looking strong, but at times it just got a little too much for them to handle. And there was just too much on their plate, and they just couldn't, be They just couldn't notice everything and acknowledge everything that was happening. Meanwhile, Fallen 5 could, and they played on the basis of that. At times, there were timing issues, or they were just kills going in favor of the attackers. Whatever was happening, Fallen 5 maintained the lead through and through of this map.
They knew what they wanted to do. They knew how to bring it all back, and they knew what to change around as well to keep for the side of FS guessing. FS, they just had no opportunity to try and read into their strategies at all. Just look at this round in particular. Yoshi got one simultaneous kill. The Shock Dart was able to reign supreme. And then there was this play with the Killjoy lockdown. I didn't expect any of that to work out. Headhunter just walks into the sideline and just casually kills two players. It's just insane how much Fallen 5 had gotten away with. In so many of the different rounds, I expected Fallen 5 to be like, hey, we're just going to roll over. We're going to play dead. We're going to give away this round towards FS because they deserve it. But no. Grit and pure determination and, let's say, a lot of just hold W key and just rush into the enemy sideline and hope for the best happened in a lot of different fights. I can still remember that fifth round. All
Oh
five
my
of them
God.
ran in and just held their W keys and they didn't let it go until the last player died. These are the type of things that you just cannot predict sometimes. That's when you need to rely on your aim and you need to be ready for these type of engagements to at least go out on a trade. Split-second reactions, split-second comms. It's really important in FS today when it came down to their communication. They were just not there. Aim was present. They were hitting the shots, but was it as good as you would have wanted from a team like FS? Not really. Looking down over
No.
to the scoreboards one more time here, CCV as well. You can see that it was rough. For the side of FS, Cortez, he was able to show up, got the 12 kills, but 12 kills, it's not going to be enough to take down Fallen.
And double-digit kills by yourself certainly won't be enough to take down F5. Because look at the members of F5. All of them have double-digit kills. Even the bottom fragger, Silva, he had 12. But for the side of FS, that wasn't the case. Just 9 kills, 8, 7, 5. Yeah, just not a good showing overall. And Edshot as well. He had a quieter day. You did mention after 6 rounds, no kills. It's not the best showing. Overall, 5 still decent, but not good enough if you're up against Fallen 5, who are just on this rampage of victory, especially considering what happened on the map of Ascent. And, speaking of the map of Ascent as well, Aggressive, let's move on over to the map veto. Let's see which matches we saw, which matches we could have seen, and that would have been the map of Haven, which was going to be the decider. However, Fallen 5 on Ascent and Icebox, they finished things off. Ascent was a far, far closer game. FS Esports, they gave it their everything. They were fresh. They hadn't played a single game today. They had warmed up. Everyone was ready, but they lost. And then they had to face the consequence of that in their opponent's pick of Icebox as well, which led to another diminishing loss.
Yeah, I just really hope that the side of FS, they don't take this loss to heart that much and they keep on practicing, keep on going. The seeds of an incredible team is always there. And even though they lost out on this tournament at the bare minimum, they have been kicked out of the Intel Presents the Esports Challenger Series. The thing is, they can come on back in the following tournaments. There's a lot more to be had. And I'm really looking forward to see how much FS will evolve moving on down the line as well. Heading on down over towards the bracket screens, we're going to be witnessing how these teams are going to be moving up and down on depending on the situations. Global have won out on their game. Fallen 5 have won out on theirs in very quick succession. 2-0 for them. And tomorrow, the matches are just going to get even more spicy. You know why as well. I'm looking forward for the fight between Morph Impact and Action PH. Because this match
Absolutely
could just be one for the books. Both of these squads, they're shrouded in mystery. Action PH came out of absolutely nowhere and gut punched us really hard. Morph as well, being able to take down Exploit. So, you know for a fact that this fight and this engagement could just end in a proper bloodbath.
Oh yeah. It's going to be Morph Impact from Indonesia, Action PH from Philippines. And then tomorrow we have, well, at the moment, the only South Asian team in the upper brackets as well. We have got Enigma. They will be facing off against Alter Ego as well from Indonesia. So a lot riding on tomorrow. We have another set of upper bracket matches. And upper bracket matches, well, even though you know you have the safety net, unlike the matches today where two teams got eliminated, you still want to give it your level best because you still want to keep on maintaining that upper bracket advantage all throughout the playoffs and all throughout your winning and winning and winning. So yeah, the upper bracket semi-finals going to be extremely interesting. Upper bracket finals as well. Really looking forward to it because tomorrow's matches, well, the teams, I am very certain they are going to be doing a lot of homework based on the recent votes and the map choices as well. I am really looking forward to them. But today's matches, Aggressive, before they come to an end, do you have any closing thoughts about what we witnessed today in the two BO3s?
In my eyes, it was just good old school Valorant. A lot of games to be watched, a lot of things to be learned as well, because mistakes were being made, and some of these mistakes are very fundamental mistakes that we all make from time to time. We gotta iron it out, come back even stronger in the following one, because some teams, they have to go back to the drawing board, just like FS, as they have been kicked out. But for others, they're gonna be able to slow it down. They're gonna be able to bring it back, even though Team Exploit and FS are not here anymore. They're going to be back in the following tournaments. A lot more action, a lot more fun to be had, especially when you're at the Esports Club as well. So make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, also hit that notification bell to get notified when we do go live. And as you're down there dabbling with those buttons, check the show description as well. Couple of deals from the side of Cosmic Byte, Intel, if you want to get yourself that new processor to spice up your setup and see exactly what you're going to be looking up for. And as you're down there as well, get yourself that can of Red Bull, get yourself energized, prepped up and ready for your games for tonight and also tomorrow. Stock up. Get it all now, because the delivery can take a little bit of time to get here. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by CCB, signing on off. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for giving your time to us to watch us through these intense games. And we're going to be back with you tomorrow with the Intel Presents the Esports Cup Challenger Series, powered by Cosmic Byte in association with Red Bull. Good night and happy gaming, everyone.
Hey guys, this is Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.
Raka and welcome to the Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers gonna review the best new gaming laptops in the market. And today we are looking at the Intel powered Asus ROG Zephyrus S17, a laptop which stands for its amazing multitasking capabilities. As a streamer, I need my system to stream, game, record all at the same time. Having tested it, I'm quite thrilled that this laptop can actually handle it. And if you're wondering how, it is all thanks to the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor, which gives your laptop a desktop caliber performance. With 8 cores, 16 threads and Intel Turbo Boost Max technology 3.0, it is capable of running several tasks without worrying about bottlenecks. So multitasking also leads to some heating issues, but luckily the S17 has its active aerodynamic system plus, which improves the airflow and enables long hours of streaming while keeping it cool. While choosing for a laptop, I also look for fast connectivity options for my accessories such as Stream Deck and capture card. But thankfully, the S70's Intel Thunderbolt 4 is very sorted in this regard. This one port lets me connect to all my accessories easily thanks to its blazing fast bandwidth speed up to 40 Gbps. Overall, I think the Asus Zephyrus S17 is a great laptop for streamers, gamers, or anyone with the similar needs. So what are you waiting for? Bring yours home today.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch, and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th gen Intel Core processor now.